Hello. Today we have a quite interesting questions. Okay, interesting topic by this fellow J. Samuel. Okay, Christians, we are waiting on Christ. Muslims, who are you waiting for? Ha 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 ha. So, Muslim, what are you waiting for, Muslim? Are you going to die soon? No. Of course, one of the things is that death is anytime, anywhere. So the Christians, we are waiting for Jesus Christ in, I don't know what sense. Is it as a God or as a what? Prophet? Of course, Christian will never believe in Jesus as a prophet. But Muslims do, because Jesus is not God. Okay, let's say Muslims, they are waiting for two more figures. One is the Al-Mahdi, that means the one of the progenies of Prophet Muhammad himself, and the other one is Isa al-Masih. We are waiting for Isa al-Masih, which is not the biblical version, the Flavian version of the Roman Bible, Jesus Christ, who they turn him into a god. No, we are waiting for Isa al-Masih, meaning in English is still Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see what Daniel had to say in the coming of the Son of Man, which is Jesus was. Okay, this is Daniel 7. I encourage you, especially Christians, please read Daniel 7 and Daniel 2. Okay, it says that, where is it? I lost the where are you? Oh, come on. I saw in the night vision, behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days. What is the meaning of the Ancient of Days? And they brought him near before him. So there are two hymns. So who is the Son of Man who was brought to the Ancient of Days? And what is the meaning of Ancient of Days? Come on, anybody? And they brought him near before him. So basically, the Ancient of Days, it was actually prophesied by Prophet Muhammad that the Ancient of Days means that the world will come back as in the Middle Ages, or even in the Dark Ages. Okay, that is the time that Jesus will come, meaning there will be no more electricals, because by the time Jesus come, the oil will be run out. Okay, this is according to some sources from the Hadith. Okay, and Jesus will be brought. So let's just take it, the Son of Man who coming from the clouds will be brought near to before him. Who's the before him? The before him should be the God. Okay, so that means Jesus will be brought before God in the midst of the clouds. Okay, and after that, Jesus will come down to where? Okay, Christians, if you have the wisdom, or if you have the knowledge, can you please write in the remark, where do you think Jesus will come down to? Where will Jesus descended upon? Tell me. Is it in where? Jerusalem? I give you two hints. Will Jesus be directly coming down unto Jerusalem or Damascus? Okay, According to some hadiths, Jesus will come down not directly to Jerusalem, but he will descend upon Damascus. Okay, but why Damascus? Damascus is in where? Syria. So what is happening now in Syria? So it looks like the coming of Jesus is very near, quite near. It all depends on two great forces, the Russian and the US. It all depends on what they will be doing unto Syria. If by any means the US will come down crashing onto Syria, and then the Russian will not back US because the Russian will be backing Syria. So in a way, the Russian, they are more towards the Muslim nation, you know, and the US will lean towards the Jesus will come down upon Damascus, and there Jesus will be given his dominion and glory and a kingdom, and all people, nations and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So basically, Isa al-Masih will come down onto Damascus, so by breaking the cross, it signifies that Jesus did not die at the cross. Okay, he was not crucified, and then he will kill a swine, because it is also to signify that eating of pork is haram, which the Christians are now doing. You know, the Jews and the Muslims do not eat pork. That's why Christians, you are the odd one out. Why are you eating pork? Remember, you are what you eat. That's why Muslims don't eat pork. Otherwise, we will behave like swine, you know. So, that's about the prophecies by Daniel. Let's go back to the topic and their arguments, okay? Muslim believe in the second coming of Jesus, son of Mary, of course. Then this innocent Samuel said, nobody, lol. Actually, Muslim waiting for Al-Mahdi to come first. Al-Mahdi will come and then followed by Jesus Christ or Isa al-Masih, okay? Muslims are waiting for Jesus to come and deny you, Christian. Yes. And he will come. Your Jesus isn't the Bible Jesus. Your Jesus is the Antichrist. No. The Muslim Jesus, which you Christians are supposed to follow, because the Muslim Christians was the one who pray by bowing down to the ground. Remember, he prayed by bowing down to the ground, to the Father. So we Muslims do the same. Now, do Christians bowing down to the ground in prayer? Never. So you actually follow the biblical version of Jesus, which is not a Muslim, okay, which was a creative literature by the Flavian family, supporting the Roman Empire. Then do the Christian fast for 40 days or in a month? No, we Muslims follow the way of Jesus, follow the life of Jesus. We fast for in a month of Ramadan. Okay, that two ways and life of Jesus Christ already kill you, already nailed you. One on the right hand and one on your left hand. Okay, so Christians, you are crucified by the worshipping of Jesus to the Father, by bowing down to the ground, and by fasting in Ramadan. So you are already nailed to the cross. Okay, and then so basically the Christian, they are making a mockery of our Isa al-Masih. So basically Muslims are waiting for the Al-Mahdi and the Isa al-Masih, Jesus the Christ. Jesus is not the God, but according to the Christians, they insist that Jesus is a God. You see, the Jesus of the Bible is God, you see, in the flesh, as where the Jesus in the Quran was Moses' sister Miriam's son, and must be like 4,000. No, they start to talking nonsense. Did he claim he is God in flesh? Verses from the Bible, please, straight from the horse mouth. So where did Jesus say, I am the God, explicitly in the flesh? The only thing he said was, whoever had seen me had seen the Father. That the verse by itself is up to how the people want to interpret the verses, because this type of verse is very ambiguous. The meaning is not clear. What did he mean by whoever had seen me had seen the Father? Is I and the Father are the same? Then it was followed by the I and the Father are one. Clearly, if we go back to Daniel 7:8 and 7:25, we will know that the Bible had been corrupted, by the little horn, the Catholic Church. Okay. The Son of Man is coming back for his sheep. Okay, it's the Son of Man. Okay, he was never a God himself coming down. You see, always be ready. You don't know when the Son of Man will come. In fact, Muhammad knows when the Son of Man will come. The Son of Man will come when the Antichrist came, when the Antichrist started to show himself. And who is the Antichrist? Again, the Antichrist will come from the Vatican City. We already know who is the Antichrist. It's the Pope, So who is the current Pope? We'll just wait and see, okay? The Pope will be backed up by the US and maybe perhaps Israel, After all, US and Israel, they are still a Jewish and a Christian. We do have very strong army backup, So remember, in some verses it says the king of the north will come down and will help the Muslim. Who are the kings of the north? They are the Russians, the Chinese, So, is there any other thing that I would like to say other than we are already waiting for Jesus? Jesus Christ, the Al-Masih, and Jesus will break the cross and kill the swine to signify that Christianity is the falsehood. Okay, whoever himself. So Muslims are waiting for two persons, Al-Mahdi and Isa Al-Masih. And okay, that's about